Okie dokie, we just got done placing our exterior elevations and our building sections on our sheets. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to open up these views. We need to move around in them because there's some things in here that we need to tweak. So I'm going to start with my lateral section. So if I zoom in on the second floor here, something is obviously a little bit wrong. These walls do not go all the way up to the high roof like they're supposed to, and neither does that one. So all I have to do is select my wall, grab hold of the end of it, this little grip right here, and I can just drag him up until he intersects with the ceiling. I can do the same thing with this wall right here. And what's neat, let me pull this back, let me show, I'm on the second floor, so I'm going to open my second floor. And I'm going to go back to my previous view. If you want to know how to navigate between views really quickly, hold down the control key on your keyboard and then use the tab button. This is a Windows shortcut. It's not a Revit special thing, but it will cycle you through all open views. And this works for any application. And if you want to go forward, you can go forward. You can also go backwards by holding down the control and shift key and using the tab key. And then you can snap your way back to all these other views. So boom, boom, there we go. Second floor plan. So if this is my building section line, and if this is the section that's being cut, and this wall, when I go back to that floor plan, is already highlighted. It's just a neat little thing that Revit does. It's really helpful. But I can look at the height of this wall, and if I look in my object properties, you'll notice here at the top constraint, it says up to the low roof, but then go an additional 2 feet. I could probably tell it right now, go to the high roof and leave it at 0 feet. And when I go to the section, it'll be in the same spot. So mathematically, all that data works out. It's just, again, it's multiple ways of being able to accomplish the same thing in Revit. Okay. One thing that we need to fix, if I come over here to this back wall, you'll notice when I zoom in, this just looks a little funky. I mean, we don't want to see that thick, heavy line of the floor assembly object penetrating the wall this way. So the way to correct for that is on the Modify tab, we're going to join geometry. And what that allows us to do is it allows Revit to graphically combine some elements in a way that's a little more aesthetically pleasing. That's all we're doing here. It's not really, it's not rocket science. And that's the only other little display thing that needs to be fixed here. However, when we modified these walls here, it probably would be a good idea to look at our other building section to see if there are any other walls that need the same treatment. For example, this wall needs to go up, and so does this one, and so do these. So all these walls need to go all the way to the high roof. And yes, if you pay attention to what's happening on the floor plan, having that window and having the walls die into the side of the window like that, yeah, it's a little weird, but I'm not overly worried about it for the purposes of this assignment. And then that one, we already corrected this one, but I need to correct this one. So I'm just working my way around, and here's one. There we go. Now you notice those big X's that show up every now and again? There we go. This is the actual room object. You guys remember when we placed all the rooms in a previous video, and there we go. So the rooms actually dictate what the schedule reports as the ceiling height. And so all these are reported as being 10 feet tall. That's all fine and great. But if I move down here, you notice that ceiling height is all the way up at 10 feet. I don't want it to be at 10 feet. I actually want all those room objects to stop it at, it's going to be at 8 feet. It's actually like 7, 11, and 5/8 or something weird like that. Now, I can do this individually by picking one item at a time. Or I can select all these rooms at once and fix them all at once. And to do that, I'm going to go to my ground floor. I'm going to highlight everything. I'm going to use my object properties, and I'm going to select a common, which will bring up all this, this will allow me to filter through all the items that I actually want to change. Well, all I want to change are my rooms. So I'm going to select rooms, and then the limit offset, that's the top edge of that room object. I'll just type that in as 8 feet and click apply. So now when I go back to my section and I highlight over this room object, you can see it stops there. It doesn't extend up into the second floor. It's a little thing, but it's there. And it's a good thing. I like showing it this way. All right, so there we are. That's tweaking a couple things on the room schedule. I'm sorry, on our building sections. But I do see one other thing we got to remember that join geometry. We need to do the same thing here on this plan as well, or on this section. So back to modify, click on join geometry. Yes, I would love to save the project, so I don't want to lose things if something explodes. Select my floor, select my wall, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to select things in that order. You can go in the reverse order. So we need to do the same thing on this other side of the building. So on this side, I can select the wall, and then I can select the floor, and the operation still does exactly what it needs to do. Okay, so that's the tweaks that we needed to make to our floor section. Alrighty, so there we go. And we'll keep this video short and sweet. We just had these couple little tweaks that we needed to make to our building sections. In our next video, we're going to start placing our interior elevations. So see you guys in a bit.